Inside a dilapidated mountain god temple, Yukong pulled out his Rui Jingu Bang from his right ear to intimidate Beiji and ordered him to fetch the mountain god. Though Beiji was reluctant, he had no choice but to obey obediently. The true energy fruit sprite perched on Yukong's shoulder, waiting quietly for the mountain god's arrival. Yet before long, the temple's entrance was shrouded in a mass of dark shadows. It was not the mountain god who came, but an incarnation of Yuendi, the ancestor of monsters. At the same time, the mountain god's statue in the temple lit up. Yuendi had possessed the statue, intent on seizing the true energy fruit sprite. Caught off guard by the possessed mountain god's ambush, Yukong was grabbed and slammed violently to the ground repeatedly, then tossed aside like a ragdoll. But such treatment undoubtedly enraged the already fiery-tempered Yukong. Eyes glowing crimson, Yukong stood up again, grasped his golden cudgel, and charged furiously at the possessed mountain god before him. Just then, Beiji and the others returned. Facing Yukong and his two companions, the possessed mountain god summoned a Fengqing beast. Xiao Wujing flipped open a book to check its details. This creature comes and goes without a trace, he read. Fire can't burn it, blades can't pierce it. It only dies after being struck thousands of times with a hammer. But if it inhales even a breath of wind, it revives instantly. Upon hearing this, Yukong plucked a few hairs from his ear, and with a flick of his hand, tied them tightly over the Fengli beasts. In the next moment, the beast shrank in size, then turned to stone and collapsed to the ground. But the possessed mountain god did not stop his attack. Yukong swung his cudgel and smashed it onto the statue's head. In the blink of an eye, black mist drifted out from the statue's body. Shortly after, the entire mountain god temple crumbled into ruins. Yuendi's ambush had failed. The true energy fruit sprite, still half asleep, shook off the dust covering its body, unaware of what had just happened. As for the mountain god, who had finally regained his senses, he stared at the ruins before him and could barely hold back his tears. Later, led by the mountain god, Yukong and his party arrived at a mountain range. The mountain god warned them, now that the monster ancestor has appeared, all demons and monsters will come to pay homage to him. The vast army of 10,000 monsters must already be on their way. Only the true energy fruit sprite can seal Yuendi away. But the sprite has taken human form. Every time it uses its power, its true energy depletes until one day it will be completely exhausted. Once its true energy is gone, it will have no afterlife. The little sprite will vanish forever. The mountain god pointed to a distant peak. That's Millennium Peak. Yuendi is hiding there. After giving directions, the mountain god bowed and prepared to leave. Before he could go, Yukong called him back and blew a breath toward the Fengli beast they had captured earlier. Soon, the beast came back to life. The mountain god was deeply grateful and quickly thanked the great sage. He added, "You'd better find some immortals to help you, great sage. Otherwise, going there alone will be no different from walking to your death." Yukong said nothing in response, but he had already made up his mind. Meanwhile, at the foot of Millennium Peak, demons and monsters from all over came to seek an audience with Yuendi. Their numbers were countless, like a sea of monsters covering the mountain. There was Huancher from Tiger's Mouth Cave on Leopard Head Mountain, Jin Jiao and Yin Jiao from Lotus Cave on Pingding Mountain, and the enchanting nine-tailed fox demon from Lingxi Cave. Jin Chanzi was being held captive here, weak and helpless, and standing high above the throng of monsters was Yuendi, the ancestor of all